do when a boss wrongly accuses us of making some sort of mistake at work? Last time I put out the question, now I'm going to give the answer that I've given when somebody came to me practically in tears with that situation. First of all, I want to just say to the leaders out there, shout out to the work you're trying to do. I really want to encourage all leaders to be empathetic leaders and to make sure that we put people over projects, and whenever you get feedback and someone is moved to tears, to really evaluate how sensitively we've been able to give that feedback, and also make sure that we're being fair and we're allowing people a chance to say that they, didn't actually perpetrate that mistake. Secondly, I think for the listener, it's really about a paradigm shift. I think that when we're moved to tears about something at work, our heart is broken. And the key needs to be healing our broken heart, even before we try to justify or defend or rectify an injustice that may or may not have been done. First of all, sometimes we don't realize when we've made a mistake, so we may have done that. And then sometimes the other person didn't look carefully enough, or they didn't realize the mistake wasn't made or wasn't made by us. So it's a lot of he said, she said, so to speak. And I think that rather than getting caught up in who's right and who's wrong and defining those explicitly from the start, the first thing is to make sure that you are restored to healing, that any kind of wound in your heart because you've been betrayed or because you've been vilified, made the bad girl, bad guy, that needs to be healed. So call a friend, cry it out, do some self-care, whatever you need to do to heal your heart, and then you can think more clearly and maybe even communicate more clearly as appropriate on the more rational side of things with your heart intact. And then three, I'd say there are two types of bosses, right? There are reasonable and unreasonable. If you reason with a reasonable boss, right? You reason with a reasonable boss, and you express that, I really don't believe that I made that mistake, but I just, really thank you for the feedback, and I will attempt to do better. I know that that's important, and it will be a priority for me. Reason with the reasonable, and then with the others, you just try to keep a good attitude. Thanks for the feedback. I really believe that I did okay there, and that wasn't my fault, but I appreciate the feedback. Do you have any other feedback for me? And just let it roll off your back. Keep your heart intact. Listen as much as you can, and keep on stepping.